Alright, it's time for the test drive. This wasn't a very pretty car when I bought it. It was actually pretty deplorable. But nowadays, it's looking a shot better. And I'm just about done getting it ready for the wedding, which is in a week. And one thing you don't see very often is pristine mint condition B-pillars. Yep, no rips, no tears in those. I apologize if you can't see that very well, but it is getting dark out. Second generation seats. Door panels to come after the wedding, of course. Yeah, that's her. This is the car that was in real terrible condition not too long ago. A couple years ago. You can see the dash cluster's been modified a little bit. Got a boost gauge for my economy gauge. But we're going to take a test drive here. I'm going to start this pig up and see what happens. And yes, the AC and climate control work perfectly. They've all been rebuilt. Just about everything you see here has been rebuilt at some point. Except for my feet. Those are still original. Rebuilt, replaced, improved at some point somehow. Put on my seatbelt here. And we'll get straight to it. Just put a new steering gearbox in this car. That's from another SD. It's a lot tighter than the one that was in here that I had rebuilt myself. I think I did a shoddy job on it because it started leaking. That was the main reason for replacing it. Problems. My fault. Little test run here, checking out everything. Sounds good, looks good, works well. She's a much happier car than she was. there you go. I don't want to keep you too long, but I appreciate you watching and enjoying my new to me old car. It's been an adventure and a pleasure and a pain working on this thing for so many years and doing all the work I've done so far. It's an adventure. It's definitely a huge experience. Anybody's ever questioning whether or not taking an old car like this in really poor condition and making it something that's worthwhile and presentable is a hard task, then yes, it is. And I can attest to that. It's not been easy. But in the end, is it worth it? Oh, hell yeah. It's worth it. So anybody thinking about picking up an older Benz, maybe even a cheap one, if you've got the time, you've got the skills, at least the willingness and the know-how to do some basic maintenance, you can figure it out. It's not rocket science, and, you know, most any car maintenance isn't rocket science. But it's worth it. Pick up yourself a project, and then you'll have something to show when you're done. And in my case, I'm taking this car to the wedding. I'm getting married in about a week. And this car will be the car that takes us to our destination, which happens to be the airport. We're going to Florida, to Disney World. And it will be a great time. But I guess my point is, don't fear taking on a project. Whether you think it's too big or not, it can be worth it. It's all up to you. Alright, y'all. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.